Fine. Okay, guys, we are officially recording.
All right. Week 2.
I know.
Two.
We didn't think we'd get past week 1.
Yeah, we made it. We made it.
The wine tried to stop me, but I had to make sure I let it know who was boss.
Well, you did have a hefty pour on that first one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I definitely felt it after that 2.5x glass that I poured. I definitely felt it a little bit. I was like, man, it's a good thing I'm not driving anywhere.
I'd pour envy of your pour.
Well,
I had pour envy too, but I just kept pouring, so it ended up being about the same.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys can both remedy that envy today with the wine we are presenting today. DR, do you want to tell everyone what we're going to drink?
Sure, yeah. We got some feedback from the last one that the price point on the wine was maybe pricing a lot of people out. And, you know, we did that because we're good friends with the Moon Chai, the Chais, and it's a really good wine that we enjoy. So we thought we'd kick it off with one. We invited our good friend Steve Gage. But for this one, we thought we would do something, that we're all kind of cramped in at home. Perhaps your favorite wine store isn't open. So we went out and looked for really good bottles that you could find at your grocery store for, less than 25 or 30 bucks. So the first one we're gonna do here is the Crema, the Sonoma 2017. I think we paid like 22 bucks for this, 17 bucks for this. So
I picked mine up at Kroger. So shout out to Kroger.
I'm gonna pass it around for my wife to have some also. All right, now, Say, you said you opened yours up a little bit before we got started here. You want to talk about why you did that?
So this is kind of a younger wine, meaning the vintage is a 2017, so it's not that old. For those of you that don't know what younger means. But I wanted to just let it breathe a little bit, let some air get into the wine, allow it to open it up a little bit, let the flavors come out, bring it up to the surface a little bit. You don't necessarily have to decant wines like this, but I don't know. I just wanted to do a little experiment and let it open up a little bit before we dove into this. So these have been open. This has been open for about 40 minutes.
Now, did you guys take it out and get it to room temp before you poured, or did you guys sort of take it out of the wine fridge, or what was your sort of handling of the wine before you popped the cork?
So I just got this one today, so it was already room temperature. So we actually popped it in the fridge to get it down a little bit to sort of that 60-degree, what they call cellar temperature.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit chilled, but not cold.
Yeah, I popped, since it was a Pinot, I didn't feel the need to bring it. I mean, I had it at a solid 60 in the wine fridge. So I popped it out and just went right into the glass.
Yeah, I keep all my wine in the basement, and our basement is unfinished in this house. So it's generally 20 degrees cooler down there, maybe 15 or 10. I don't know. That sounds like a lot, but it's definitely much cooler down there, which would be kind of like appropriate cellar temperature.
In that house? How many houses do you have, Siggy?
Well, I have this one, and we are currently in the process of building another one to move into, and then we'll
Perfect timing.
get rid of this one. Yeah, right.
Perfect timing.
All right. So what are you guys smelling on this?
So right away you get that. Yeah, go ahead, Zach.
I'll say the first scent I picked up just at the top of the glass was a little bit of strawberry.
Same for me. I'm getting really strong strawberry notes.
Yeah, that sort of dark red fruits, strawberry.
So I did a wine tasting and wine blending class in Napa several years back. And the sommelier who was running it was really fantastic. It was like, I was pretty new to wine at that point, and he was telling me that what he recommends to people is when you open up some wine and you first start to smell it, he said to smell it at 3 places. So first smell it right here at the bottom of the glass closest to you, and then smell it at the top of the glass furthest away from you, and then smell it in the dead nuts on in the middle. And he was like, you'll be able to smell, you'll be able to pick up different notes and different things from each different place in the glass. And I've always done it since then, just like that guy told me. And I feel like it really helps. You get like a different experience.
You get a lot of looks from people around you.
You do. Like, does that guy not know where his mouth is?
He probably doesn't.
So, all Pinots tend to have a little bit of that earthiness to it. This one's it's a lot lighter on the earthy scent. You definitely get more of that fruit right away.
Yeah, this is nice. It's smooth, really easy to drink.
It's real light. It's very light.
I mean, you could put away one of these bottles on your own and not even realize it. This is really easy to drink.
This is a porch pounder.
Yeah. Really, really short finish though. I don't know if you guys are getting that. Just not, nice flavor, but not a long.
And then it finishes clean. Doesn't last a whole lot on the palate.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah.
So I think as we go, because we might have some people that are new to wine, we should maybe define some of the terms we're using. Britt, you want to define what finish means?
Sort of to me, it's, when you drink a wine like this, you take it in, hits the front of the tongue, sort of moves to the back of the tongue, and obviously you get to taste and feel all the flavors. And after you swallow, there's still flavor discovery that goes on. This to me, everything's really front palate, not back palate. So I'm getting everything on the front, not much on the back, and it just sort of finishes. What's the alcohol on this? I didn't look.
13, I think it's just 13.5.
Yeah, so you don't get a lot of, there's not a burn. It's not super high alcohol content. So again, to the idea of it being a porch pounder, when you've got, sort of your, 12 and 13, percent alcohol, you don't realize how much of a difference a 13 to a 16 makes. You drink, 3 glasses of a 16%, alcohol bottle of wine, and it is, it can be noticeable. And remember,
you're gonna feel that
there's always a percent in leeway that they have there when it comes to percentages of alcohol. They have a 1%, plus or minus that they can, utilize, so to speak. So if you're getting something on the bottle that says 16.3, it could be 17.2. They have that flexibility. Now, they're supposed to get it right, but there is the flexibility where they have a point to play with.
Now, you were talking about the finish. Do you think that it's a quick finish? Does that have to do with the relative youngness of the wine, do you think, or is that just this particular wine?
I think it's this particular wine. It's this vintage. It's the grapes. It's the way the wine's made. I don't think, you could have a 17 that, even though it's young, could be pretty complex. This to me is very, very drinkable, very nice.
Absolutely.
Not a ton of complexity there. Not a ton of layers to me. And that's not a knock on it. It's nice wine, but it's not like, oh my God, did you see this? Did you feel that chocolate note, that this, that? I'm not getting a ton of that.
So DR, you're the resident food guy. What would you pair this with? If you're making dinner right now and gonna pour a glass of this, what would you eat with this?
So this is light enough of a Pinot. We talked about all the things. It finishes fast. It's kind of fruity and it washes clean. Not a lot of complexity. This could go with just about anything. You could pair this with a steak, like a fillet, or even a ribeye. Or you could go with a salmon. with something like this, because it's so light. It's such a versatile wine. You could really just, this is like a table wine. You pop it open and drink it with whatever you got. Yeah, that would be my suggestion with this. I like any red. I like with steaks. But again, because this one is so light, you could crush this with pizza. You could crush it with a nice hamburger. You could do like a light tilapia or a salmon, and it'd be very nice.
I think one of these times we're going to have to do one of these with a burger. So we've got to figure
Absolutely.
out how to make that happen. That's
I definitely went when I got to the grocery store the other day. I got a couple pounds of ground beef, so I'm ready to make some burgers over here. I'm jonesing for one.
That'd be fun. So we're gonna have to add that to the list. You know what I was thinking about is I took my second or third sip of this. I was thinking like a nice short rib ragu would be fun with this. Something pasta, but it has a little beef in it, and that's sort of where my head went with it. But it's a nice wine. And again, Seggy's had it open longer than I have, so he may be, he may have some.
It's grape juice at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, it is really mellow.
Mm-hmm.
There's basically no tannins.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could easily finish this bottle while we're having this conversation and not even realize it until afterwards, where I try to stand up and do bedtime with the kids.
So you won't do that. Okay.
True.
So,
I do think it's important to point out that none of that Seggy said was a bad thing, right? It's just a characteristic of how wine opens up as it they call it breathe. You let it breathe. As the wine opens up and it breathes, it tends to change. It changes with different kinds of food. It's part of why I really enjoy wine and pairing wines with different foods, how it interacts with the food and changes. So this one, it's light. That's what a Pinot is, and it's really great.
So, you are at a grocery store with friends and you're, trying to decide what wine you're going to do for the evening. Is this a wine you go back for a second time? Would you guys buy this again? Is this something that you would not only buy, but recommend to friends? And our friends watching here, would you tell them that this is something to pick up?
Absolutely. For this is an everyday, this is I want a bottle of wine with, I'm going to throw something together with whatever I got in the fridge tonight. But I want to have some wine. So I'm going to grab this wine. I'm going to drink it with friends, drink it by yourself.
My best friend.
No judgment here.
Yeah, this is definitely, and honestly, like places like Kroger and Ralph's and all those kind of places, they'll always do like, if you buy like 4 bottles, you can get 10 or 15 or 20% off.
Right.
This is the kind of wine that I would have like 4 or 5 of these on hand, because, if you're just at home, like you were saying, DR, you just pop it open whenever, not a special occasion, doesn't need to be, that deep. And maybe you have some really nice wines that are just for those special occasions.
Right.
Fill out your cellar or fill out your wine rack or shelf or anything with this kind of stuff that is good quality wine that doesn't cost that much and that anyone will enjoy. No one's going to scoff at this. I think even like the most experienced sommeliers wouldn't be like, no, this is crap, I would never drink it. They would take a sip and be like, this is good, I enjoy this. And I would have this in my cellar and at my house and ready to open when friends come over, or when you go to a friend's house and you want to pick up a bottle of wine to take over. This is a perfect one to do that.
Yeah. It's a nice, think of, a nice Tuesday night wine. This might not be your Friday or Saturday, or maybe it is. Listen, that's the great thing about wine, is that it's not about price point. It's just about what you like and what you enjoy. If it's, $2 Chuck, or if it's, something that is completely on the higher end. It's whatever you enjoy, whatever you like. And that's the fun thing about us. And hopefully what we're going to do throughout the course of these things that we do here is we're going to talk about wines that are in all kinds of different price points. So the idea is we're trying things that are of quality, and maybe there's going to be things that we try and we don't really like. That could definitely happen. but for the most part, we're going to try and introduce everyone to things that we've at least tried and know a little bit about. So
Yeah. Cheers to that, guys.
cheers to that. This was fun, guys.
Cheers.
And I think
Right.
I think we kept it close to 15 minutes. It's like 15 minutes. Not too bad. So everybody, again, we're drinking the La Crema Sonoma Coast,
Yep.
17 Pinot. I don't know if it's showing up with my background there, but
No, it's not. Sig and I got it. Yeah.
cool. You
Sonoma
got,
Coast.
you know,
Any grocery store, like $18.
Yeah.
It's good value. It's a good value.
Yep.
Go pick some up and let us know what you think.
all right. Comment below and let us know. Cheers.
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 Wash your hands.
All right, guys.
What was the time on that one?
Hang on.
It was probably about 20 minutes.